Well, hello everyone, and welcome to our first training module. My name is Marshall Stern, and I am a business owner, leadership coach, speaker and trainer with the John Maxwell Group, and founder of the Business Inner Circle, where I work with other business owners, individuals, and entrepreneurs who want more out of their business, or their job, or their life. I help them become the leader they need and are meant to be. First of all, I would like to thank you for signing up for this program and compliment you in doing so. You see, you are a part of the 1% of the population that understands the value in growing yourself. So many people out there are not happy where they are at in their business or in their life. Yet, they fail to do anything about it. Know anyone like that? I know I sure do. I know several people like that. But you're not like that. You're doing something about it. And it's my purpose to guide you along the way. Now, if you missed it on the original sign-up video, I will quickly explain who I am and why I am offering this free video training. I am currently president and owner of Sandbox Sign Group in Burnaby, British Columbia. I began this company back in 1994. And a while back I realized that for years I was running my own business, managing my own business, but not really leading it the way I wanted to, or the way that I needed to. I decided to then partner up with the #1 leadership expert in the world in John Maxwell, and took his leadership training program to become certified as one of his leadership coach, speakers, and trainers. I then brought this training program into my own company here at Sandbox with my team, all the while developing my own leadership skills. This past year, I launched my own leadership development company, Marshall Stern Leadership. And through my mastermind groups, both one-on-one and group coaching programs, I help individuals and companies gain clarity on who they are and how they can become a better and more effective leader, not just in their business or in their job, but in their lives. See, everything starts with self-leadership. And that is why I've put together this free video training series for you. In my weekly mastermind groups, we read and study and discuss and mastermind around John's book, The 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership. I highly recommend you guys go out and get that. And if you're going to get it, pick up the revised edition. The next few videos will cover the top of the waves on just some of these laws. Now, I hesitated actually calling this a leadership training series because many people out there seem to think that leadership is only for managers or owners of large corporations. Well, they're wrong. Leadership is for everyone. It's in the world today, we're lacking leadership in small and large businesses, in our school system, in our hospitals, in our government, and in our religious organizations, and most importantly, really, in our homes. Because parents are the most important leaders in this world. They are training the future leaders. See, leaders are found everywhere, sometimes when you least expect it. I mean, have you ever been in a group or even on a sports team and someone that you least expected it, like one individual just came out of the blue and out front and took the lead, took control of the group, or took control of the hockey game or the baseball game? Happens all the time, right? In his book, The 21 Laws, John states that no matter where you are in the leadership process, know this: the greater the number of laws you learn, the better leader you will become. I'll say that again. The greater the number of laws you learn, the better the leader you will become. Each law is like a tool ready to be picked up and used to help you achieve your dreams and add value to other people. And that's what I'm going to help you do here beginning today. So why leadership? What's the difference between leadership and management? Well, managers oversee, they coordinate, direct, and organize projects and tasks with the purpose of delivering results, while leadership is about motivating and inspiring people to take positive action to deliver results. Leaders challenge the process. They inspire a shared vision. They enable others to act. They model the way. And they encourage the heart. Have you ever heard someone say in response to, "How are you doing?" "Oh, I'm managing to get by." Or, "I managed to get this done." Or, "I managed to get that done." Have you heard this? Of course you have. You probably say it yourself. I know I have. But you see, managing is not enough. Think about it. When you first learn to walk, not crawl, but when you're actually standing on your two legs and you're actually starting to walk, what do? You put one foot in front of another. What do? You lead with one foot in front of the other. That's right, you lead. In a play, there's a leading role. See, the leader is the one that others look to for guidance, direction, inspiration. I remember as far back as when I was 9 or 10, I ended up being the leader of this group. We all had this clubhouse, and we needed to fix it up and maintain it and get this sort of club going, and I was voted to be the leader. I think that's at least how it happened. Maybe I took it myself, but I think I was actually voted. In any case, I went as far as putting together a document with all the different titles and who was this and who was that, and we all had to sign it, and it had our duties and responsibilities that we were all supposed to do, and I was the leader. I called it, president. I was the president, and I thought that was the leader at the time. And we'll talk about positional leadership and how that's all distorted these days, because that didn't make me the leader. Being the leader made me become the president. Being the president did not make me the leader. Okay? I didn't really understand leadership back then. I'm starting to understand it a whole lot more now. In a nutshell, John loves to say his famous line, leadership is about influence, nothing more and nothing less. Yet, however, in order to gain the influence over others and with others, we must do a few things first. Okay? So that brings us to the law of the lid. And this is in his book. So again, it's called 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership. You can go on Amazon.com, download it or purchase it, the physical book. It's a great book. In chapter 1, it's really the foundation of the book. It's called, as it shows here, Law of the Lid. And it states that a leadership's ability is the lid that determines a person's level of effectiveness. Or stated another way, our effectiveness is determined by our leadership lid. The lower an individual's ability to lead, the lower his lid on his potential. The higher the individual's ability to lead, the higher the lid on his potential. To give you an example, if your leadership rates at an 8, your effectiveness can never be greater than a 7. Your leadership ability, for better or worse, always determines your effectiveness and the potential impact on your organization and on your life. How are we going to raise our lid then? How are we going to become more effective? Well, first step is to value ourselves. Believe that you are worth it. Others need you to be a leader. Others look to you for guidance, for advice, for direction, for inspiration. It could be in your circle of friends. It could be your family. It could be in a volunteer organization. Maybe you're on a committee somewhere. It could be at work or in your business. Okay? It could be on a sports team. Value yourself. Others will then value you. The next one is value others. It doesn't matter who they are or what the title is. They're a human being just like you and I. Value them. They have a family. They have a life. They have a past, a history. Next time you stay in a hotel, make a point of finding out the name of the housekeeper. You know, the person who cleaned up your room every day, making your stay more enjoyable. Can you imagine what it would be like if they didn't do that? Part of the attraction to staying in a hotel is that you don't have to make the bed. You don't have to clean up after yourself. Acknowledge them. Thank them. Be intentional on what you want. For example, these training videos and in the future videos, be intentional what you want to gain out of it. You might not know specifically because you haven't listened or watched them yet, but be intentional that you want to learn. Be intentional, maybe you want to take one good nugget out of it. When you read a book, be intentional, the type of book you want to read and what you want to gain out of it. What outcome? Maybe you're going to take a course. Be intentional. Before you go into a meeting or even a network event, be intentional. You're going to a networking event. How many people do you want to meet? What is the outcome you want to get from it? Just going to a networking event or a trade show isn't enough. Many of us think if we just do that or read a book, a personal growth book, that it'll be enough. It's moving forward. No, it's not. Be intentional. Know what you want to get out of it. Value experience with reflection. Each day, each week, reflect back on what worked and what didn't work. What could you have done differently? And figure out a way and a plan to do it differently. You see, without reflection, our experiences are just something that happened. Learn and grow from each experience. Invest in yourself. Taking programs like this, courses, mastermind groups, reading good books, joining inner circle groups. Step out of your comfort zone. We will talk a lot about this more later on. We go into great depth in our mastermind groups and in the business inner circle. Make a stop doing list. Many have a to-do list. Try having a stop doing list. And finally, connect with others. I could talk about this one for hours, and we'll talk about it in another video. But listen and be present with others. Be interested, not interesting. Be interested, not interesting. And again, we'll discuss this in a future video. So, what are you going to do to raise your leadership lid? Think about that. Think about this video. Please watch this video again. Post your comments below. Hit the like button. Share it with your friends. I hope you've enjoyed this training video. I'm very excited to have you here. And I look forward to seeing you again. Your next video will be sent very, very soon. Until then, enjoy the rest of your week. And thank you for your time.